Hey, I'm now live, guys, so I want to say thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. The story I was telling you, which I wanted you to understand, is when I was a kid, my father died when I was 12, and I was lost, as a lot of kids are. So I was going to join the Army because my father was in the Army. I thought I'm going to go join the Army. So as I head off to join the Army recruiter, the recruiter's like, oh, don't worry, I'm going to give you everything. The Army recruiter's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you everything. You're gonna be a PhD in 3 weeks. You're going to be traveling the world. You're going to be a general in a month. You're going to be hot women coming all after you. It was all going to be great. I thought it was going to be amazing. Still in high school. Get all my books and everything. I'm ready to go. I walk outside, and I see waiting there, because it's a room with all the services there. There's a Marine Corps recruiter there. Big, strong brother like this, looking like this at me. He says, hey, son, you got a minute? He read me like he knew exactly what he had to say. He called me son, which is what I wanted to hear. He looked away. I wanted someone to look. And he said, come on in for a second. I said, all right. But I thought I was smart. I thought, oh, he can't get me, right? He can't get me. I'm smart, is what I thought. I sat down with him, and he said, what did the Army guy, what did he offer you? I said, oh, he offered me everything. He said, I'm going to be a general. I'm going to be hanging out with beautiful women, traveling the world, going to get a PhD, going to be great. He said, you know what I'm going to offer you? I said, what? He said, 4 hard years. Are you ready? And I said, yes, and I joined up. And that's how I joined the Marine Corps. Now, I didn't know why I said yes that day. I couldn't have told you why I said yes that day. But I look back now and say, why did I say yes to that man? Why did I say yes to someone who, in theory, didn't offer me anything? He offered me a hard time. He didn't offer me easy. He offered me hard time. And I said yes. Why did I say yes? Because I wanted a father figure in my life to say, well done, and to challenge me and to say, be a man. That's what I wanted. It was hard. You're right. Because I wanted to be hard. I wanted to be tough guy. I wanted to be a man. I didn't know how. And this guy gave me away, and I jumped on it. Now, I'm not saying the military is up for everybody. If you want to join, join. If you don't, don't. What I'm saying is having positive, strong men in your life matters. Whether you're a man or a woman, or you're a boy or a girl, doesn't matter. Having strong men in your life matters. Why do I bring this story up? Because of what you said, my friend. And I know you're right, but I got to add more. You said we need more programs. We do. I agree. And on top of that, we need more local people who have shown young men that when you fall down, you can get back up. That just because it's hard, it doesn't mean impossible. That just because it's hard, in fact, it makes it better. Because when you're able to get up after it's hard, now you're even more proud. You're even stronger now, and more people want to follow you. And that's what we're missing. We are outsourcing our manhood. That is the wrong answer. I don't need somebody coming in from some other city with a PhD telling me what it is to be a man from some book they read. You're laughing, but you know I'm right. You know I'm right. I don't need that. That's nice. Look, if I want to go to college and learn that, that's good. Go to college. I'm not against college. You think that's good? Go to college and learn. That's great. Good for you. But I want people to survive well in their own neighborhoods the way they want to be, from people that they respect, people who know what they've been through. Nobody's going to help you more than someone who's been through what you've been through. Whatever that is, right? You had a mental illness problem. You got a prison problem. You got a criminal record. You just fell down because you lost your family and friends. Whatever. You had a problem. They had that problem. They understand it. They had that problem. They understand. And they also call you out when you're coming up with an excuse. If I call you out, you go, Larry, you ain't been there. You don't know. You're right. But if I've been there and I call you out, you go, yeah, you've been there. You know. And we don't do that. In fact, you said it, man. Thank you so much for what you said. You said the people who are in charge don't want people like you helping. I'm saying exactly the opposite. You're the guy I want to help. You're the guy I want to help. That's what I want. And I don't want you helping, again, someplace else. I want you helping where you've been. I want you helping with people who are going to look at you and go, yeah, I know, I get him. I remember him. That's where I want you, because people are going to respect you. And the problem is we're waiting for people to just give me some magic answer. And there is no magic answer. If there was a magic answer, somebody would have already done it already. It'd be done already. It's going to take time and energy. It is. You might go, well, Larry, so you're telling me we're going to raise money so that we can have the government give us more programs. We've been doing that for 50 years, and it hasn't worked. In fact, we got a problem in many neighborhoods, which is I got a problem where the government is employing half of the people in the neighborhood and then hammering them, putting the other half in jail. So now I got a love-hate relationship with my government. I would like to have just an offhand love relationship with the government. It just helps me out when I need it. I say all the time, Democrats want to be your mother. Republicans want to be your father. I just want to be your brother. That's it. I don't want to be your mother, your father. I want to be your brother. We need some help. You ask me. We don't live together, which is good. I got my house. You got yours. All good. You live with you. I live with me. All good. But when you need that ride, I got you covered. That's what I want government to be. When you look out for some help, it can give you some help when you need it, but then you can get up and do your own thing. What I bring up all the time, and I bring up a couple issues that you have brought up to me, and I'm happy to bring them up. How are we going to handle problems like homelessness? Well, the answer you hear all the time is, well, let's get more shelters. I hear that all the time. Or temporary, put somebody in a hotel for a night. I'll tell my other story about my mother. My mother could not handle my father dying. It was too much for her. And then me going off to the Marine Corps and leaving her. She couldn't handle it. I was the only child. She couldn't handle it. She got into a bad situation to eventually she was an addict, and then she was convicted. She was a felon. When I pulled my mom out of jail, she literally only had 2 garbage bags. That was her whole life. That was her whole life. And she went in late in life. She didn't go in when she was 17. She went in when she was 40. That's a whole different world. So when she came out, I thought, okay, how can we help? Well, what can I do to help? There was no real government to help. People said, well, I could take your mom in for a day. I could take your mom in for a night. I thought that's not going to help my mom. One day, she has to rebuild her whole life. It's nice. Thank you for the one day, but I thought we were friends here, right? One day wasn't going to help. So I took all the money I had saved from the Marine Corps, and I got her. And I just told a story a minute ago, so some of you already heard it, but I'll say it again. And I got her a little apartment. It's here in Long Island. I think it was, I actually forgot where it was, but it was a South Shore of Suffolk County. I remember that. This is the 90s. South Shore of Suffolk County. It was literally, it might have been Bayshore. It might have been Bayshore. Yeah, might have been Bayshore. I got a little garage that was turned into a studio. And you might go, well, that's not a great place. No, but it was her place. Because I could sign a lease for her with my name. I could sign a lease for her and get her to have a year of stability. And if you've ever been in a bad spot in your life, the first thing you're looking for is stability. That's the first thing you're looking for. Okay, can I say this area here is mine? Can I say I have a place to come home to? That's the first thing you need before you start moving out, right? First thing. So I got her that. And then she went out to go find a job. And there was no job for her because she was a felon. So she learned about lying because the system makes you lie. The system doesn't help you. The system helps you to lie. That's what it does. So I have the opposite idea. You want to help somebody who's a felon? I got the opposite idea. You're in New York State and you're going to hire a felon. You're going to pay no payroll tax for 2 years. If you have more than 50% of your population felons, you pay no payroll tax, period. None. Now you might go, is that a lot of money? You got a lot of employees? That's a lot of money. And you might say, well, wait a minute, Larry, hold on. That person doesn't care about the felon. They only care about the money. I don't care. Help out my felons. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not here to be righteous. I'm here to fix people. I'm here to give people a better chance at life. I don't care if you don't like that. I don't. Well, Larry, they'll just hire a felon for 2 years and then get rid of them. Great. They're training more felons. Train them all. Give them all resumes. Give people a chance. Good. I don't mind. That's people give my mother a chance. It was diners. Long Island diners when mom got her chance. She was a server. She got out there to make some money. That's what she was able to do. That's how she got herself back in action. And eventually, we did entrepreneurship. What does that mean? I got tired of something, my mother. I got tired. I got tired of my mom being a hostage. I got tired of my mom not being able to do whatever she wanted to do because she had a record. I got tired of that. I got tired of anyone being able to fire her whenever they decided they want to get rid of her, and she had nothing. I got tired of not being able to push back with her boss because she was afraid if she lost his job, there's no other job for her. So I said, all right. And mom had got remarried after this. So I had me, my stepdad, and her. My stepdad, by the way, was also a felon. So they were in the same spot. I said, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a business. And we bought a truck. I'm not joking. We bought a truck. The smallest truck you could have in New York State that you don't require a commercial license for. I think it was 22 or 24 feet long, whatever was the law. I forgot what the law was. Whatever it was, we did that. And I said, we're gonna start a business. And I said, my mom is gonna be 100% owner. Mr. Papa said, what? I said, my mom's 100% owner. Well, I don't do it. I'm out. She's not 100% owner. He said, what about you? I said, nope. He said, what about me? I said, no. My mom is 100% owner. He said, why? I said, she's 100% owner. Nobody could ever fire her. Nobody could ever fire her. She's 100% owner. Nobody could fire her. And we ran that business for several years. I helped her for 2 years. Then I left in my own thing. She ran that business until she retired. They ran that business together until she retired. They had pride. They made money. They were the bosses. They made deals. They did what they had to do to gain some pride back in their life. This is why you will hear me always talk about entrepreneurship. But we shut it down. We make people get licenses for everything. For everything. You want to braid hair? You need a license in New York State. It's going to cost you about $20,000. When I was a kid in the Bronx, the girls used to braid hair on the stoop. And they make money. I mean, it's the 70s, right? But they used to braid hair on the stoop. They make $1 to braid hair. They still do it, but I'm just saying, they used to sit in the stoop and they would braid hair. Right? They would do that. Right? When cabs, we didn't have Uber back then. Cabs didn't come to my neighborhood. We had gypsy cabs. Some of you old enough, you remember gypsy cabs, right? They used to have gypsy cabs. Right? Now we got Uber. But we didn't have it then. So one guy, he paint one of his doors, he would paint a different color. We know. And and where I was, he was almost always West Indian. I don't know why, but he was always West Indian. That's just where it was when I was a kid. That's it. That's true, yes. That's right. They were all West Indian when I was a kid, right? And then we used to have the Puerto Rican guys out front. They'd be knocking out dents for the cars. We used to make cars out of metal back then. They don't make it out of metal anymore, but they used to make cars out of metal, knocking dents out. Everybody making money, hustling, no licenses required. Where was everybody dying? Where's a lot of people dying from hair braid accidents? That's not happening. But we make it happen. We need to change that to where entrepreneurship is easy to do. If you want to hustle, go hustle. If you don't. You should have to get a job if you want to get a job. And I want to encourage people to hire people who are in trouble. And I want people who don't want a job, I want to allow you to hustle without the cops on you. Now, a lot of people say, well, Larry, they're doing that, right? The government's doing that because right now they're legalizing cannabis. So they're doing it, Larry. See, you're wrong because they're doing it. No, I'm right. Because a license for cannabis now is $250,000. Who got that? You got that on you right now? Yeah, I don't have it either. I don't know. We don't have that. We don't have that. You know who does have that? Big business has that. They do. You know who's going to make all the money off this? Big business, big pharma, big real estate. They're going to make money off this. I said 4 years ago, and I stand by it. I said regulate cannabis like onions. It's a plant, like a plant. My whole plan was, if you like your dealer, keep your dealer. Right? I'm better than Obama. Right? Obama will keep your doctor. I'm saying keep your dealer. Why? Because here's the problem. Right now, with the current system, there's still going to be a black market. You know it's going to be a black market. Yeah, still going to be one. So now what did I just do? I pretended to care, but I'm still going to send my cops into the hood. Right? But I thought you care. I thought you care about me. So then why are you sending your cops into the hood still? You shouldn't be. I would ask you, cannabis has been in the black market. Weed's been in the black market for 100 years. Where's all the deaths? Who's dying of weed? Nobody. So now they're going to make it legal, and we got to have an Office of Cannabis Management. Now that it's legal, we got to regulate it. But when it was in the black market, it was fine. No, that's to make sure that their friends get all the money. And they're going to act like they care about us. They don't care about us. Tell me, please.
I want to speak on the homeless.
Tell me.
Right now, around in this community is a lot of abandoned houses.
Yep.
But every day you see them build.
Yep.
My own social service and all these these hotels.
Yep.
They buy up some of these houses.
Yep.
Put people in and fix them up. You got a year to fix this house up. You understand? You fix this house up in a year, the house is built. They would save money because all that money they paying themselves on, they can buy these houses up and put people up there. You won't have no homeless.
You are right, but here's the reason why it doesn't work. Go ahead, tell me. Yes. That is correct. You read my mind. I was going to tell them that. You read my mind. So let me cover both of these if I could. You're totally right, and you're right. Both of you are right. We should be doing that. The problem is the government has to run that, and it shouldn't. What I was telling you guys earlier, if you were paying attention, I was talking about the idea of letting private charities work this. Here's the thing to remember, right? You guys, you say it. If I right now, I run a local city agency or a state agency, and she's my employee. And I go to say, go ahead, service some people. You go, yeah. How many would you service? I service 100. I go, that's great. Great. Next week, how many you service? 125. Great. We're going to get a raise. Great. Who am I actually helping? Nobody. I'm just servicing. I'm keeping you in the system. Because if I keep you in the system, we get paid. We get raises. You just said it's bureaucrats. I don't want to solve a problem. I don't have a job if I solve a problem. I can't solve it. But now instead, now I'm not a government agency. I'm now a local nonprofit. And now I'm asking people for money. Right? I'm not just getting taxpayer dollars. I have to ask people. I got to say, Artie, I need $100. You know, hey, come on, hook me up. Give me $100. Come on, I need $100. I got to ask people for money. If I'm going to ask you for money, what are you going to expect from me? Results. Yes, that's right. You're going to expect results. So I can't say I service people. I got to show you an example. Here's a house it was a zombie house 6 months ago. Now I got 2 people living in it and they're paying rent. Look at that. I got to show you that. Oh, you don't give me the money. So my incentive is now to actually help and solve a problem. If you look right now at the housing, right now, look at public housing. It's a disaster run by the government. It's exactly right. But look at private homes that are helping people out. Way better. Way better. The nonprofit world is going to do a better job because of what you just said. It's the people who came out of it. They're the ones running it because they know the problem. They know it. Yes, absolutely. Is that right? Oh, God, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
You know, when I was on parole, I was going through a drug program. They had me in the group.
Yep.
With a lady that got us tracing our fingers, like we in kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, this is not drug treatment. Like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
You know, she goes to the manager and try to get me kicked out the program. But when the manager realizes the situation, he's like, hold up, I got to put you in a different group. And put me in a group with a man who was in the same shoes that I was in.
There we go.
He's been a felon.
Yes.
He's been upstate.
Thank you.
He's been on parole.
Right.
You know, the only bad part about that is now I'm currently alone. Just came home. A lot of programs that they have that parole has.
Yeah.
They're not complimenting parolees.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
compliments.
You have brought up an important piece.
So it's, oh, you gotta find a job. You gotta be in the house at a certain time. Yeah. But like my job consists of staying out past my purpose. They tell me I can't work.
Correct. Yes.
And then if you tell me I can't work, that means I have to work.
Correct. Yes. That's right. Yes.
way out of my reach.
Absolutely. The amount of times I hear this story, I wish you were wrong. And it was funny is when I first heard these stories 5 years ago, I didn't believe them. I didn't. I'm telling you, I'm telling you the truth. I didn't believe it. I thought, oh no, you just mad at the system. It's not real. I didn't believe it. Then I heard the next person tell me the same thing. Then the next person tell me the same thing. And I said, damn, this is real. It's real. Yes, it's real.
I myself, I remember coming home. I had a job lined up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a place to stay, but I had a job lined up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I literally came home and the next day I could have went to work.
Wow, it's great.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But parole's like, no, you gotta go to the show.
Yeah.
You gotta go to DSS. Mind you, I got like $4,000 in the bank. DSS is asking me, do you have money in the bank? I can't see it.
Right.
So I go to parole. Why are you not on DSS? Because I don't have to. They said I don't need it.
Right.
I have X amount of dollars in the bank.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why are you going and telling them?
Yeah. What I just said, the system tells you to lie. Yes. Yes.
And I'm like, whoa, aren't you a law enforcement?
Yes.
She's like,
Who just told you to lie? Yes.
You wanted me to
That's
lie
right. Yes.
on an application to get federal funding
Yes.
for something I don't need.
And here's the worst part. If you get in trouble, they will use that against you to put you back in jail.
Yeah.
Yes, they will. So they will encourage you to lie. Then when you lie, they will use it against you to put you back in prison. That's what they will do. We don't, you brought up a great point. We don't talk about parole at all. Right? We talk only about cops. Well, parole officers, I'm parolees. If the goal is to actually put people back in jail, they're doing a good job. I hope that's not the goal. The goal should be to get people out. Say it again. I think you're right. I think sometimes it is the goal. I think you're right. I think it is because of the money. That's right. It goes back. You always got to follow the money. Yes.
Your body maybe somebody.
Yes. Absolutely. But let me ask you a question. Why do you think so many people hire undocumented workers, aliens that come across the border? Why do they keep doing it even though it's illegal? Because they make money. So why can't I incentivize them to hire felons instead? Why can't I do that instead? Because if they're hiring parolees and making money from hiring parolees, you know what's going to happen? That person who owns 17 McDonald's or 4 hotels, they know who the mayor is. They know who the governor is. They donate to those people. They say, stop, change the parole laws. Because I need these people working for me. I'm making money off them. Now you might go, Larry, again, you go back to the money piece. Yeah, because government's all about grifting money. I'm just saying the private sector is also about grifting money. It's all about money. So why don't I instead take that money and align our goals together? You all want to make money. I want to make money. They want to make money. We all want to make money. Let's make money, not hurt people. But right now, the system, you said it perfectly. The system is made up to where they make money if you're locked up. I would like them to make money if you're making money too. Now we change the system. And I would ask you, would any candidate tell you that? Never. They will tell you they will get more money for more programs. And they've been telling you that for 50 years. I saw it with my mother. Programs didn't help her. Did not help her. And all her friends, they all went back. Well, friends, they weren't really her friends. They all went back. But she didn't. And that's the real issue. If you align your goals to where, wait a minute, if you're working for me, you making money and I'm making money, all right, work for me. If you make me money when you're in jail, we'll go to jail. Because I want money. Doesn't matter. We can change this whole system. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to give people a chance to get back in action when they want to get back in action. But more importantly, and this is going to sound silly, but it matters to me. One of the reasons why so many of the young people are having problems is because they're not seeing successful people who are older than them as a good example. There's not enough of them. And it's because the system is shutting these people down. If the system would give more people chances to have success, more people will have success. More young people will see older people having success and they'll go, I could do that too. I could do that too. It would change everything. Yes, That's right. Absolutely. You're right. So I appreciate that. Guys, any other questions or comments?
What's the key?
Sorry?
Where's the key?
Say it again?
Where is the key?
Ah, the key, you said.
Yeah.
Yes. The key is,
The key to all the questions
tell me.
and conversations that you've been having, right? What's the key?
The answer.
What's the answer? Where's the plug-in? Where's the information, the real life information, right? And the real life is real life health.
Yep.
Right? Where is it? And if it's not immediately around, how do I find it?
Yep. Let me give you both of those answers. You're not going to like those answers, but I'm going to give you that truth, even though you're not going to like it. I'm going to give you the truth, even though you don't like it. There is no answer right now because nobody cares. I'm telling you the truth. I wish I could give you the answer right now that would solve the problems. Right now, nobody cares. I'm sorry? I decided to come out here and tell you that. It is bad news. You're right. I do have good news, though. I do have good news. That is bad news. But I do have good news also. And that is, if we actually get a third party involved at all the levels, local and state, all around, you have a party that actually cares about what I'm talking about, and there will be an answer. But right now, there's no answer. I got the same party doing the same thing every single time for 50 years, and nothing changed, and that's why I can't give you an answer. Libertarian Party, my friend. That is the party. The party that is about less government, more freedom, aligning your pocketbook with the other people's pocketbook so that everybody makes money. That's what it's about. It is hard. You're right. You're right. You are right. It is hard. But I'm telling you, just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible. And just because they're hard doesn't mean I shouldn't try. That's what I'm telling you. You're right. I'm not going to fight you. You're right. You're right. That is correct. Those two parties don't care about you. If they did, they would have fixed the problems already. Every single problem that you have that you don't like, a Republican and or a Democrat put that in place. Yes. There we go. It's true. Every single one. Yes. Absolutely. That's correct. That's it.
If you want something fast and they like it, what's going to happen?
Yep. And it's not gonna, but it's not gonna be because you want it. Yeah, but you remember something. It's not gonna be because you want it. It's because their donors want it. See, that's it. Now, when you can write them a check for $40,000, well, then you get what you want. You can't do that. You don't get it. That's not how that works. So I'm sorry. I'm running for governor. It's right here on my shirt. I'm running for governor. I ran in 2018. And I'm running again this time. I didn't win last time. In case you didn't notice, I'm not the governor. I didn't win, but it didn't mean I was going to stop. I'm still doing it. I got 100,000 votes. 100,000 votes. Yes. It's not great. I wish I could do better, but I'm doing it again. I need 130,000 this year. I need you guys who know friends, you and anybody else who's going to vote. Please go out there, write my name in, Larry Sharp. I need 130,000 votes. So I can start getting local people to run across this state next year, to talk about what I'm talking about now, to start putting it in local areas now. Because here's what I'm going to be very forward with you. Your leaders who you are elected don't care, but they do care about their own power. That they care about. If they think this will challenge their power, they will help you. That's the issue. We can do that with a third party. Oh, they throw you a bandit, exactly. That's correct. Yes. That's correct. Yes. Right. Good. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.